Students, so last session onwards we have discussed about what are the main features we can see in our earth. So on this base we have discussed some of the different areas. We are getting different types of climate conditions and lifestyle of the peoples, occupations. So these are the matters we have discussed in last 3 videos or 3 chapters. So in this session we are discussing one of the new lesson in your 5th standard. So that is lesson name you are given, important monarchies of India. The topic or the chapter name only they are given. What they given? Important monarchies of India. That means who are emperors, are kings. That also most important and famous kings, who are they came, how they ruled in India, or how they settled, or which dynasty they established it, or which dynasty they came, and what was the contribution to Indian society. So these are the matters we are discussing in this session. First one, who are rulers they came in India, means kings, who are they came in India, and how they settled, means how they established their power, or how they become as a powerful king in India, and they came in which dynasty, and finally we are discussing what was the contribution they are given. So these are the matters we are discussing in this session. So first one we want to know now, in that we want to know before that, in India, if you are discussing about the history of India, means ancient time, we can see peoples are tribes in beginning. In beginning, in all the society, not only in Indian society, we can see in any other in world, in any other society, we can find out the peoples are tribes. They are not settled in any particular place. They are like a tribes. They are roaming here and there, where they are getting the food, or there sometimes they are living in that particular place. After they are going in another place because of they want to search the food. But after that, peoples they learn how we can produce the food or crops. So on this base they settled in particular area, that only they called as a village. So afterwards, day by day, the peoples they change their lifestyle or method of living style. So on this based peoples they settled in particular area, and in that particular group, one of the member they become leader. If any problems arise in that particular area, he only solving the problem, or he only taking the leadership. So on this based peoples they change their lifestyle. So afterwards, this like a leader, afterwards they become as a king. So on this based we can see in Indian culture or in Indian history, we can see different types of kings or kingdoms they came in India. There are so many of small kingdoms or large kingdoms. We can see different types of kingdoms. And when we are discussing each kingdoms, the contribution of the kings or the achievements of that particular kingdom or dynasty, it is very different or various. The method of administrative system, or the social conditions, or religious practice, we can see different types of religious practice. Kings, they given encourage each one person, they given one religion for support. So these like of matters we can see in Indian history. So that only they say given in first parent, that only they are saying what is that one means. We can say in India there are so many of emperors, kings they came and they started to rule in Indian society, and they given so much of contribution. In these peoples for only we are given name as a monarchy, means kings, emperor or ruler. So these are the persons, they have the ability to become post of king or monarchy, and they given so much of contribution. And we can see different types of kings. So many of kings they came in India and they started to rule. So now in this class, now we want to know, now we are understood, what we understood, we can see in India there are in ancient time there are peoples they came means peoples, they came under the control of monarchy. Monarchy means rulers or emperor or kings. We all are under the control of kings or monarchy in beginning. But now present we can see we are under the control of government, but ancient time we are under the control of emperors. So now we want to know who are emperors they came in India and what was the contribution they are given. So these are the matters now we want to discuss. First one, who are emperors they came in India, or dynasty, which are the dynasty they came in India, and what was the contribution they are given. So these are the matters now we want to discuss. So in that first one here they given, first one dynasty are in India one of the most important or first dynasty in India, that is Maurya dynasty. So now we want to discuss about who are the famous kings they came in this dynasty, means monarchies, who are kings, rulers they came in this dynasty, famous kings, and we want to discuss what was the contribution they are given or why we are calling these are the members as a famous kings or famous monarchy. So these are the matters now we want to discuss. So first one here they given in Maurya dynasty, who is the founder of in this dynasty? Here they given Chandragupta Maurya. Chandragupta Maurya is a founder of or established by Maurya dynasty. He only started the dynasty Maurya. So next they given, so when he started this one year they given in 321 BCE. In 321 century is started by one of the new kingdom or dynasty in India, the dynasty name Maurya dynasty. So next one point here they given, where he started to rule in the place of Magadha. He started by one of the kingdom, that kingdom name is Maurya dynasty. He established the dynasty in the place of Magadha. So afterwards here they given how he started by this one dynasty, because of if any one person, if they want established or if you want to give any achievements, if you done any achievements, is there any one person as a backbone or a support. So on this based here also Chandragupta Maurya established by the dynasty of Maurya, who is given guidelines or guidance or direction for Chandragupta Maurya is one of the important person. That person name is Kautilya. With the help of the or support of the Kautilya is started by one of the new dynasty, that is Maurya dynasty. So now we want to discuss next one point, why we want to call Chandragupta Maurya is a famous king. What was the contribution he given to Indian society? So this only we want to discuss. First one, we understood one of the important king came in India, our first kingdom, that is Maurya dynasty. Who is founder of Maurya dynasty? Chandragupta Maurya. And next one we discussed where established by the dynasty. So now we want to discuss how he became as a famous king, or what was the achievements he done. So this only we want to discuss. First of all, we want to know when he started by Chandragupta Maurya, the dynasty of Maurya dynasty. So on that time there are some small dynasties also we can find out, small areas. So when he became a king, after that he merged that like a small places, a small dynasty or small kingdoms. He merged with Maurya dynasty. So when this like of methods he adapted in that particular time or in that particular dynasty, so after that the Maurya empire became as a very vast means very big empire in India. And not only this one, here next one here they given, so one of the important king in world history, that person name is Alexander. We are calling as the emperor. Is one of the famous king and strongest person on that time, Alexander. He sent one of the military general, that military general name here they given Seleucus Nictor. Seleucus Nictor, when he came, when we attacked against the Chandragupta Maurya, so Chandragupta Maurya in the time, on that time, he defeated by Nicator. So when they defeated Nicator, he left the place and went back. So this is one of the important achievements of Chandragupta Maurya. Because of one of the strongest emperor in the world, he ruled by overall the world, and that person, he came in India to invade and capture that particular place. But Chandragupta Maurya effectively he battled against the military general and defeated. He won the battle. So when he won the battles, he got some of the place of Afghanistan, some of the part of Afghanistan. This is one of the important achievements of Chandragupta Maurya. So on this page we want to know which are the places he captured or which are the places he established by is their dynasty. So first one is Afghanistan, second one here they given, he established the dynasty. Here there are different types of Indian subcontinents. Which are the subcontinents? We can see neighboring countries, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal. He captured these are the places and started to rule. So just you have to imagine it. Now present in India, 7th largest place, means 7th biggest country. This one leave it. He ruled Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, some part of Afghanistan. Just imagine it. How much of vast or big empire he ruled. That only showing is how much of strongest person or how much famous person. So these are the important points about Chandragupta Maurya. So after the Chandragupta Maurya, after the death of Chandragupta Maurya, his son Bindusara, he took that particular place, and he also became a king of that particular place. But he is not that much of famous person or famous king. So after the Bindusara, death of the Bindusara, his son name is Ashoka, he took the control of Maurya dynasty. And present now also we are remembering Ashoka. He given one of the important contribution to Indian government, that is national emblem. That one given, or who is given, that one means Ashoka. So now we want to discuss next one, another important person in Maurya dynasty. That person name is Ashoka. So now we want to discuss why or how he became as a famous king. What was the contribution he given to Indian society or on the time in kingdom. So these are the matters we want to discuss. Okay, here they given Ashoka is one of the important powerful king in Indian ruler. We already know in India there are 3 emperors are there. They are very powerful. There are 3 emperors. We are saying that only 3A. 3A. Who are that one 3A? One is Ashoka. Second one is Akbar. Third one is Alauddin Khilji. These are the 3 persons. They are very powerful kings in India. Are very powerful ruler in India. In that one of the important person Ashoka. We are discussing now in this class about Ashoka only. He came in which dynasty? He came in Maurya dynasty. So here the next they given when they started to rule in India or when they started rule in Maurya dynasty. Here they say the year of 273 BCE. In common era of 273, he started rule in that particular place. So when he become as a king, so on that time he always interested about to do a war or do a fight. In a childhood or when he become a very powerful king or when he started to rule or when he become as a king in Maurya dynasty, on that time he always interested about only to war against any other enemies. Because of his one of the important dream, want to capture vast empire. Because his grandfather also that like only, he also established one of the vast or big empire. So this like only, he also have the dream. So next year they given, so on this base year they given, he covered most of the South Asia. Chandragupta Maurya, subcontinent, Indian subcontinent, neighboring countries. But here they saying that on Ashoka, he captured overall South Asia. So now generally common points you are understood who is Ashoka and how he become king or what was the childhood aim or objectives. So now we want to know how he become very powerful and we want to discuss one of the important war that one changed his lifestyle. Because of we have discussed, when he became a king, he interested about only to fight against any other country or any other enemies or any other dynasty. But one of the important war, when he done the war, after he changed the mindset. So that only we are discussing. That war name here they given Kalinga War. So what is Kalinga War here? They saying that one is one of the important place, Kalinga, that one present in Odisha. So here they given. So one of the important emperor. So they started battle against, or they involved in war of Kalinga. So on that time here they given completely in Kalinga War. He won. Who won here? Ashoka. So he conducted one of the important war. That war name is Kalinga. So in that war, Ashoka won the battle. So when won the battle, after that, he see the scenery of the war field or war place. So when you observing the war place or war scene, seeing so much of peoples, they died in battlefield. Some of them, they lost the hands or legs. There are so many of lakhs and above so many of peoples, millions peoples, they died in battlefield. So when this like of scene or when this like of incident is saw in that one battlefield, he changed his mindset. After that, he not interested about to do a war. He changed a mindset. Till that much time, I already told, in childhood, he always interested about to do a war. But when he saw or he participated in Kalinga War, when he saw there are millions of people, they died in that battlefield, he changed the mindset. Today onwards, I am not doing the war. So on this based here, they are saying that only. After that, when he saw this like of situation, after he changed their mindset and he took the decision. What he took the decision? I am not doing the war, and he converted as one of the peaceful king in Indian history. Is one of the peace lover king in Indian history. So that like he changed the mindset. After the Kalinga War, he did not did any war. He took the decision. Today onwards, I am not participating any war. So on this based, he did not participate in any war. And he see which other religion is good in that particular area. He saw one of the important religion, Buddhism. He converted that one particular religion and he started preaching about Buddhism. And in that dynasty also, he given more importance about the teachings or the religion of Buddhism. Because of this is one of the important religion. This religion always focusing about only the peace. So on this based, he converted the religion of Buddhism. So now we understood in beginning, Ashoka is different. After the Kalinga War, he changed fully. Means we have discussed before that he interested about only the war. But when the Kalinga War incident happened, after that he changed the mindset. So now we want to discuss what was the contribution given by Ashoka in that particular period. When he started to rule, on that time, what was the contribution he had given in Indian society? So first one here they given, Ashoka, when he took the decision after the Kalinga War, he changed so many of things in their society, in particular the Maurya society. So here they given, he undertook the Dharma Yatra. Dharma Yatra means tourist. People, they want to visit the holy places. Which are the holy places are there in Indian society, or on that time religious centers. He took the Dharma Yatra and given peoples for us, given encouraged to do a Dharma Yatra. And not only this one, he appointed officials called Dharma Mahamatras to spread a Dharma. So on this purpose, Ashoka established one of the new post. That post name is Dharma Mahamatras. Why he established Dharma Mahamatras? Or why he created this one post? Because of to give a awareness to people about the Dharma. Dharma means behaviors. What was the behaviors? We want to adapt it in our daily life. So what is Dharma? Dharma means only this much. We want to know. Dharma, here they given some of the values: honesty, truthfulness, or peace lover, non-violence. These are the matters. People, they want to get the education or they want to get the some of the awareness. So on this based, established by one of the new post, that is Dharma Mahamantras, to give a awareness about Dharma. Dharma means values. What was the good values we want to adapt. So next one point here they given, next one contribution is started by some of the schools to provide education, and he given importance about irrigation system, because on that time farmers, they want to grow the crops, they need irrigation water facility. So on this based, implemented by irrigation facility. Next they given one by one planting the trees in across the roadside. In roadsides he planted the trees, and buildings, restrooms. Who are travelers, they came outside, they want to settle or they want to take the rest. So on that purpose for also established by some of the buildings. So this is also one of the important contribution. After that here they given, already I told, after the Kalinga war, he changed his mindset and he attracted by one of the important religion, that religion name Buddhism. So third one point here they given, when he converted Buddhism or when he attracted Buddhism, he thought that what I understood, that one I want to say to our society or in our kingdom or in our dynasty. So on this based, what was the matters he done and what was the contribution he done. So what was the religious institutions he created or he built. So on that pillars, he given some of the messages about Buddhism. That only we are given, here they given edicts. Edicts means message. Some of the message. So how we want to move our daily life. Or if you want to get compassion, or if you want to get heaven or salvation, how we want to live. What was the good values. So these are the matters he written in pillars. What was the religious buildings he constructed. So on that pillars he written. So in which language he written that one message. So here they given Prakritic. So why he written in Prakritic language? Because of on that time peoples, they knowing only one language, common peoples, that is Prakritic language. So what was the message he written in Buddhism about the Buddhism, that and all he written in Prakritic language. So not only this one, and Ashoka, he sent some of the Buddhism missionaries, means who is they knowing about the Buddhism, for them he sent across overall the world. Especially in here they give some of the place, for example China, Tibet, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Nepal, Burma, Egypt and Greece. So in this place he sent some of the missionaries to spread about the Buddhism. And not only this one, here they are saying that one Viharas, monasteries are followers of Buddhism, and they are believing one of the important temple. Which temple they are believing? That only Vihara. He built Viharas also. So this is also one of the important contribution of Buddhism. So these like we can say after the Ashoka, who are the kings came in Maurya dynasty, they all are become very weak. They are not that much of strongest persons, or they are not given that much of importance about the war or about the administrative purpose. So on this based, when after the Ashoka period, the kings they took the power in Maurya dynasty, they all are become very weak. So the dynasty of Maurya become declined. So these are the important points about Maurya dynasty. One is the founder of Maurya dynasty, Chandragupta Maurya, and achievements. One of the important achievement, that is a battle against the military general of Alexander, and he defeated. So this is one of the important point. After that we have discussed next one person, that person name is Ashoka. He was one of the important king. In beginning, he lover of war or fight, but after the Kalinga war, he changed the decision. So he converted the Buddhism and he started teaching about the religion of Buddhism. So these are the important points about Maurya dynasty. Next class we can discuss next topics. Okay, thank you.